We spend our lives trying to hold on to people, to success, to meaning. We cling to memories, goals, even pain, anything that reminds us we were here, that it mattered. But here's the hard truth. Everything you love will fade. Everything you build will vanish. And one day, even you will be forgotten. Sounds bleak, right? But what if the very thing we fear, impermanence, is the key to truly living? Today we're exploring a quiet truth that mystics, poets, and philosophers have whispered for centuries. That letting go is not a loss, it's liberation. Let's start with a story. There's an old Zen parable about a monk and a teacup. He drinks from it daily, carefully, gratefully. When asked why he's so reverent, he replies, "This cup is already broken." It's not broken yet, but he knows it will be, so he loves it fully while it lasts. This is how ancient traditions taught presence, not by escaping reality, but by facing it directly. Modern life trains us in the opposite direction. We're taught to plan, preserve, perfect, to build empires of certainty. But deep down, we know everything is slipping through our fingers. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." It's not a morbid idea, it's a call to attention. Because when we stop pretending things last forever, we start treating them like they matter. Think about the last time you tried to hold on to something, a relationship, a phase of life, an image of yourself. You might have gripped harder as it slipped away, and the tighter you held, the more it hurt. Why? Because clinging is resistance to change, and change is the law of reality. Heraclitus said, "All things flow, nothing abides." The Buddha went further, saying all suffering begins with attachment to people, ideas, identity. But letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop demanding permanence from what is, by nature, temporary. Everything you love, even your own body, is on loan. When you accept that, love deepens, because now you're not loving despite the end, you're loving because of it. Have you ever wondered why we find sunsets beautiful? It's not because of the colors, it's because they vanish. A sunset that lasted forever would be boring, but one that fades? That's unforgettable. Scarcity creates value. Japanese aesthetics call this wabi-sabi, the beauty of impermanence and imperfection. A cracked bowl, a faded flower, a fleeting smile. Time doesn't destroy beauty, it reveals it. Imagine if nothing ever ended. No goodbyes, no changing seasons, no aging. It might sound like paradise, but it would strip life of meaning. Because meaning needs endings. As philosopher Martin Heidegger said, being toward death is what gives life urgency and authenticity. It's not morbid to reflect on time, it's honest, and that honesty is the birthplace of gratitude. So how do we let go in a world that begs us to hold on? Start small. Let go of the need to always be right. Let go of the image you're curating online. Let go of the story that says you have to be someone else to be worthy. Letting go isn't passive, it's a courageous act of surrender. Author Anthony DeMello said, "People don't let go of suffering because they fear the unknown. They prefer familiar pain to unfamiliar freedom. But the unknown isn't your enemy. It's where new life begins. Letting go doesn't erase the past, it honors it by freeing you from it. And in that space, something sacred emerges, not a new identity, not a better brand, just stillness. And from that stillness, presence. Imagine walking through life with open hands, not grasping, not pushing away, just receiving. Each moment, each person, each experience becomes a gift, not a possession. Relationships deepen because you're not trying to own or fix anyone. Creativity flows because you're not afraid of failing. Even pain softens because you're no longer fighting
When
what
you accept
is.
that,
This
love
is what the
deepens,
mystics knew.
because now
That
you're not
freedom
loving
isn't about
despite
having
the end.
more.
You're
It's about
loving
needing
because of it.
less. It's
Have
about
you ever wondered
standing
why
in the
we
fire
find
of
sunsets
impermanence
beautiful?
and
It's
realizing
not
you are
because
not
of the
being
colors.
burned.
It's
You're
because
being
they vanish.
refined.
A sunset
Everything
that
you love
lasted
will
forever
fade.
would be boring.
That's not a
But
tragedy.
one that fades,
It's the
that's
reason
unforgettable.
you love it. The
Scarcity
moment
creates
becomes
value.
precious because
Japanese
it ends.
aesthetics call this
So don't run
wabi-sabi,
from
the beauty of
impermanence.
impermanence and
Sit with it.
imperfection.
Let it
A
soften
cracked
you.
bowl,
Let
a
it
faded
teach you
flower,
how to truly
a fleeting
live.
smile.
One
Time
day
doesn't
you'll look
destroy
back and
beauty.
realize
It reveals
it was
it.
never about
Imagine
building
if
a
nothing
legacy.
ever ended.
It was about
No
noticing
goodbyes,
the miracle of
no
this
changing
breath,
seasons,
this step,
no aging.
this fleeting
It might
heartbeat,
sound like
and saying,
paradise,
yes,
but it would strip life of
this
meaning.
was enough.
Because meaning
Thank you for
needs
watching.
endings.
If this
As
video moved
philosopher
something
Martin
in you,
Heidegger
take
said,
a second to
being
breathe.
toward death is
Really
what
breathe.
gives life
And
urgency
ask
and
yourself,
authenticity.
what can I
It's
let
not
go
morbid
of
to reflect on
right
time.
now?
It's honest.
Because in that letting
and that
go,
honesty is the
you might
birthplace
just
of
find
gratitude.
peace.